Welcome, 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 everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hey, Echo, how are you doing, dear? Okay, y'all, what we're going to be going over today is I'm going to show you guys a couple things that I got at a flea market. The other day, yesterday actually, my husband and I had to take a little road trip to take care of some business, and there was a little schoolhouse that was shut down for many, many years, and they turned it into an indoor flea market. And we stopped. I was actually looking for a serger sewing machine, but they didn't have one. So we still looked around, and my husband found a set of bolt cutters. And y'all, they were old school, really good quality bolt cutters. And if you're trying to buy those brand new, you're looking anywhere between $50 to $100 for a good pair. And these were really good bolt cutters. Okay, so he got those. And I got 4 brand new, y'all, these are brand new pans. Okay, and I needed these pans. All right. So I got 4 of those brand new. Okay. Y'all know I said I needed a new chair for my bar area. I got this chair, this bar stool chair, and it's wood. It's not fake wood. It's real wood. Okay, I got that. I got 8 white Corel, the smaller saucer bowl. I got 8 of those. Okay, I got 6 of the Corel plates. And they got a pretty little design on them. Look at that. Now, my sister got me to liking Corel years ago. She gave me her set that she had. So, I got some Corel. And I got this lid because I had been wanting a lid to go on my cast iron skillet that my son got me a couple of years ago. And y'all, it fits perfect. You see that? Perfect. And I got this glass pie dish, and it has the little pretty rim around it that's got the designs in it. Okay? You see that? Nice. And I got me another glass loaf pan. I have one, but I was looking for another one. Okay? And I got a very nice square deep dish glass pan. I wanted one of these. So, y'all, I got all of that for guess how much money? Yep. Hey, Jen, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Let's see if anybody can guess how much I paid for everything. Remember, 4, y'all, and these pans are 2 for $10 at Walmart. Okay? And I got 4 of them. Y'all know how expensive that stuff is. So, I got a really good deal. But I want to see if anybody can guess. No. I paid more than 15. I did pay more than 15. I paid $30 for everything, y'all. $30. Can you believe that? That was a really good deal. Hey, Indy, how are you, darling? Okay, y'all. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you. Y'all, God is good. Hey, Show, how are you doing? Let me tell you, y'all, God is so good. The other day when my husband went to church, the pastor asked him if he wanted a box. And, y'all, he gave my husband a box of Cheerios, a box of Crispy Oats, a thing of honey bunches of oats, almond. He gave him a thing of dish soap, some apple cherry juice, a thing of these Arm & Hammer pods, a thing of bath tissue, 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese, a thing of spaghetti sauce, a thing of spaghetti noodles, and hold on, I was running out of room, y'all. And he gave him 3 cans of black beans, and 2 things of chicken of the sea chunk white tuna, y'all, and a roll of paper towels, which I've already started using. So, y'all, we got a box of free food. Now, what they do is our community does do boxes for people and gives them out. We collect food and stuff. And I ended up getting a box. So that was nice. That was a very nice little surprise. Because, y'all, I rarely buy cereal and stuff unless I can get a really, really, really good deal on it. Y'all, I don't buy it. I stick to my grits and things like that. But those were given to us. So that's a blessing, y'all. I'm telling you. And a lot of people say, well, I don't like, well, I don't want to go to the food pantry. I don't want to go to, this and that or whatever. But, when you donate, if you're a person that's ever donated food to a food bank or to a church or whatever, and you've been there and you've seen sometimes people just, they fall on hard times, y'all. And right now with the way the cost of food is, the cost of everything, y'all. I'm telling you, every little bit of that stuff right there is going to go a long way. And there have been times in my life where I have struggled. And y'all, I'd have been tickled pink to be able to get my hands on something like that way back when. But used to the food pantries and things, they didn't have like toilet paper and paper towels and dish soap and laundry soap and I forgot 2 things of Irish Spring and 2 sponges. But they didn't have stuff like that, y'all. And I did go to the food pantry one time when I was really, really young. I was probably maybe 19 years old. And they gave me this case of ramen noodles. And y'all, I was so tickled pink. I got a couple of boxes of macaroni and cheese, and I think some tomato sauce. And y'all, I was tickled pink to get that, but that's literally all they had. So when I got on my feet, I made it a point to always, when I went to the grocery store, I'd buy one can or two cans or whatever I could afford extra, and I'd put it in that donation bin to go down the road to the church. So if you have a little bit extra, um, get a can or two and set it, in their donation giveaway or whatever, and just give back a little bit, because you never know when you might be the one that's going to have to, you know, you know, suck up your pride a little bit and go to a food pantry. I'm just saying. And anybody that knows me and knows me and my husband's situation, 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years ago, November, that he had a massive heart attack. And, we went through some really hard times, y'all, but we made it through. And we made it through because, one, God wanted him here. Two, we had a lot of faith, and we have a lot of people around us that love us and care about us, and our children have been good to us, and we've just been very blessed. But we had faith, so we've made it through a lot of hard times. So, just saying, you don't never know when, your circumstances can change. Let's see here. Rabbit Coyote, hey, how are you doing, dear? Hey, TWD, how are you? Okay, y'all. Now, I have got two things I'm going to be cooking. Not tonight. I mean, I'm starting them tonight, but I am going to be making some speckled butter beans. I'm going to put them up in a crock pot. And I have a bag of chicken leg quarters, and I'm going to be putting those in a roasting pan. Oh, thank you, Echo. Oh, and another blessing. I was given this shirt. A lady didn't want some clothes. She had, y'all, they even had a lot of them still had the tags on them. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, so I got my top free. But I'm gonna be doing leg quarters over, in the roasting pan. And that's what we're gonna have tomorrow after church. And I'll probably maybe I'll make some potato salad or mashed potatoes. I'm really not sure. But that's going to be tomorrow's supper. And I'll probably make a cake tonight for dessert. So, y'all might get to see that depending on how long we stay on. But how's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody doing good? Y'all, and if you have not hit the like button yet, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because we would love to have you, especially if you like homesteading stuff and cooking and all of those things. That would be really good to have in your little watch list, because we will be getting back into going outside and putting up more of our homesteading videos outside, videos of the bunnies and the chickens and turkeys. And I'm going to try to be getting 2 dwarf Nubian goats. So I'm going to, try really hard to put that stuff on the channel. Me and Kenneth, we'll both be working on it. But that's what we're gonna be working on that. Oops. But hold on 1 minute, y'all. I was trying to load up something. You're still packing, Jen? How's it going with your packing, baby? Well, yeah, one-handed. I know. Do you have anything to relieve your shoulder pain, Jen? Any more ointment or anything to put on it? Good evening, Alfred's Kingdom. And y'all, if anybody in here isn't subbed to Jen's channel, go and sub to her channel. I think she's still got a link up. She has to have a shoulder replacement, and she's having to leave her home state and go out of state to try to get it fixed. So if y'all can go over there and help her out, I'd really appreciate it. And if you can't do that, at least keep her in your prayers, because she can use all the praying that she can get for her shoulder, y'all. Thank you, India. That's sweet of you. Thank you very much. But oh, y'all, here's another thing I was going to share with y'all. I got these little noodles. They're like a version of ramen noodles. Now, they don't have seasoning packs in them. It's just the noodles. But I have been using these, and also, hold on 1 minute. I might make a pack of them to show y'all how I've been doing this. Okay. I have got the Augustin Farms diced bell pepper blend. That is the diced bell pepper like that. Okay. And there's one other thing. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, there it is. The Augustin Farms vegetable medley. Okay. It is dehydrated. All of this is dehydrated. And that's what that looks like. It's just little pieces of vegetable and cabbage and stuff. Now, what I do is I make my noodles and I put a little bit of these in it when I'm cooking it and a little bit of this. And I'll use a little bit of my chicken bouillon, just a little tiny bit, not a heaping teaspoon or nothing, just a little bit. And then I'll put some sesame oil on it, and sometimes I put a couple little chili flakes in it or something like that. But I think I will. I think I'll go on and make that for y'all so y'all can see how I do it, so you know I ain't telling you a story. Okay? So we're going to do that. Okay? And I'm going to turn the light on so y'all can see. Okay? Okay, y'all? We're going to just make a little bit so y'all can see how it looks when they're done. Let's see here. Did I miss any comments? Hey, Miss Cheryl, how are you doing, dear? It is so good to have everybody tonight. I hope everybody's doing good. What y'all been doing today? Did anybody have any bad weather? We had bad weather, but it wasn't too bad. I looked outside earlier and we didn't lose a lot of limbs, or we never lost power, which, y'all, I was really surprised because early this morning, y'all, it was so windy. You could hear my air. I have a window unit in my kitchen, and it sounded like it was just sucking it, and I thought it was going to fall out the window and break my window. Hey, Rocksteady, how are you, dear? Okay, y'all. Remember, there's the package that doesn't have anything in it. Well, it does have oil in it, but I don't use their oil. Okay? I put that to the side, and sometimes I put it with my son's lunch or something if I'm, sending him something that requires stuff like that. But otherwise, I don't use those little packets. Okay? Let me get my stuff here. We got our chili flakes and our bouillon. We've got it right there. So, bam, bam, we got it. And it won't take but a few minutes for those noodles to get done. So, all you have to do is put you a pinch of those vegetables in there and a little bit of your bell pepper. And that stuff will rehydrate. And it'll be yummy, yummy, yummy. Hey, Tate, how are you doing, dear? Welcome, welcome, sweeties. And I will go ahead and put a couple chili flakes in there. Okay. Now, if you have any green onions that are fresh or anything, or any avocado, or anything like that, you can put it right on top of your noodles when everything's said and done. Okay. That's what I got here. I have me some fresh onions, some avocado dip that I made, and we're going to put a little slice of lemon on it. Okay? Because you can't go wrong with lemon, y'all. Lemon makes everything taste better. Don't y'all think? Yeah, I had a little shrug on earlier. A little sweater shrug thing. Yeah. Because it was kind of getting nippy. Okay, y'all. That's getting done. My water's starting to boil, y'all. Now, I always like to take my noodles and go ahead and get them separated in the water when I'm making ramen. Because I don't like sticky noodles. Okay, let me see here. Here we are. This is what I want to talk to y'all about. Okay, y'all. The other day, I had somebody ask me what kind of jars could they save. And I said, well, you have to make sure it's a good quality glass. And if you're going to repurpose the tops, like for water bath cannon or whatever, you want to make sure that your tops have the pop lid. Okay? You hear that? That pop. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but all of these lids have a pop top. And when you go get, like, especially spaghetti sauces or sauces, those usually always have a pop top. But the thing that I really like is making sure that your glass, when you take your lids off, always make sure that the top of the glass is smooth. If it has any imperfections in it, you do not want to reuse this to can or, put food back in. All right. Now you can save it for like a little. Y'all, I've used these for little vases to put flowers in, for little floral arrangements, and I'll put a like a piece of burlap around it, or thick ribbon, or whatever, and just decorate them and make them for mini floral arrangements for the small ones. Okay, and there's several creative things you can use. You can use your damaged jars for that isn't involving food. Like, my husband likes to put screws in them because you can. Hey, Bonnie, how are you, baby? Because you can see the screws and stuff, and the little, y'all know the man stuff. He likes to put his man stuff in it so he can see it. But and the other thing is the thickness of the glass. Like if you had if a tomato product came in this, put a tomato product back in it is what I always try to do. Like, I'm not going to reuse this glass to can some beans in. You don't want to do that, okay? Just stick to putting stuff in it that's similar. And like if it had fruit in it, I'll put fruit back in it. If it had pickles in it, I usually try to put pickles back in it. But this is a pickle jar. Now, I don't can in these. What I save these for is beans. All right? I get my dry beans or my rice, and you put them in here. And as you put your beans, you can take some food grade diatomaceous earth and sprinkle it on the beans and layer it. Put some beans in there, sprinkle a little more diatomaceous earth, and pack your jar. Then put the lid on it. All right. Now that diatomaceous earth is going to keep bugs from getting in, growing in your jar. And a lot of people say, well, I had the jar closed. How did bugs get in it? And the thing is, when you go to the grocery store and you buy beans, or you go and you pick a bunch of beans in your yard and you let them dry, those bugs a lot of times are already, the eggs are laid in the bean pod. You don't see them, but they're there. Okay. And that's why when you get flour and cornmeal and beans and stuff, the old timey people would always bring it home and put it in the coldest place they could find, whether it be the freezer or wherever. And they sit it in there for a day or two, and then they pull it out, and then they start using it. That was to kill off bugs and larvae. That's why they did that, y'all. Just saying. And I do that now. And believe me, I have had some times where I didn't do that and I regretted it. Just saying. So always put your stuff in the freezer and let it get cold for a day or two. I don't care if it's cake mix, y'all. I don't trust it if I buy it in the store. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I stick it in the freezer and let it get cold. Okay, but anyway, so that's what I use my big pickle jars for. I don't recan pickles in the big pickle jars, but I do in the small jars. You know, even like peppercini containers and other things like that. If it's got the pop lid, I'll reuse it, y'all, all day long. Okay? Remember, it's got to have a pop button. But for the person who asked me, when you watch this video, now you know many different styles of jars you can use. But just don't reuse jars that don't have a pop top lid and that have any imperfections around your lid, or if you see like something that looks like a hairline crack, please don't use it. Just discard it. Okay? Even if I wouldn't even say one that's got a hairline crack for using for a vase or to put anything else in, because it could just be a damaged jar, and it could crack on you and cause you to get cut. Or what if you have one of your grandbabies over or something, and then they go pick it up and the jar fails and hurts them? You don't want that. So just throw the thing away. Safety first. Okay. So now those noodles are done. All right. Oh, I don't want to strain it. What am I doing? All right. Let's see here. Let's put it in a nice, pretty bowl. Y'all, we're going to put this in a nice, pretty bowl. Okay. Oh, I have one little piece of pepper floating down at the bottom. Let me get it. Got to save every little bit. Okay, do y'all see that? It's got all your little peppers and stuff in it. Now, what I'm going to do is put just a sprinkle of this chicken bouillon in it. And when I say a sprinkle, I mean a little sprinkle. Y'all see that? Just a little bit. Okay? And I'm going to put some sesame oil. Just about maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I'm going to put some liquid amino to mimic soy sauce. Now, this liquid amino, this replaces like Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, or whatever. So we're going to just put a couple little drops in there of that. And we're going to stir it around. Sweetheart, I have a bowl of ramen in here. You want to come and get it? You don't want it? He don't want no ramen, y'all. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of spring onion on the top of it. And I'm going to put a dash of lemon juice in it. Put that on the side of the plate. Make it look bougie. Okay. Make it look how bougie. And we're going to put just a little bit of avocado on it. Okay, on the top. And there we have it. See that? Mm-mm-mm. Oh, we can put sprinkle some chili flakes on the top of it too. Make it look even prettier, y'all. Now, there you go, your ramen soup. Now, if you go to a restaurant, that'll cost you about $6 or $7, and they will have a hard-boiled egg sliced on the top of it. I don't have that in here, but it does. The yolk and the hard-boiled egg does make it taste creamy, and I've even seen some people take a poached egg that's, still runny and put it over there. I don't do that because I don't really like runny egg, but I've heard it tastes really, really good. So there you go, y'all. Now I'm gonna take a little picture of it because y'all know me. I want my pictures, so y'all get to see me take a picture. Ain't that so boring? Watching me take a picture. There we go. We got a picture. I feel bad, y'all. I just made a... Oh, it's okay. I can let the puppies have it later. Because I didn't put a lot of anything that was hot in it. And I can take the avocado off because, puppies can't have avocado. Let's see here. Anthony. I missed an Anthony. Let's see here. Well, hello, Anthony. I'm sorry I missed you, buddy. Welcome, welcome, Anthony. Bonnie, how are you liking your little trip, honey? Remote. Now no, I do not. I have just regular old. Oh, I ought to skin you. You know I ain't got no Baileys in there. I have regular old coffee mate remote and a little bit of this bougie looking sugar-free toasted marshmallow stuff that was $2.29 that I got at Aldi. No, Ollie's. I got it at Ollie's. See that? Y'all go to Ollie's and get you some of that. I'm not a marshmallow eater, but this is toasted marshmallow, and y'all, it tastes so good. I'm telling you, it tastes yummy, yummy, yummy. So, remote, that's what's in it, baby. That's it. That's all that's in my coffee. No Baileys. I must be acting cray-cray for Remote to ask me that. Remote, you trying to say I'm drunk? Y'all hear that? He heard me say coffee and he wants a cup of coffee.
Oh, the noodles.
The noodles are right here. He changed his mind, y'all. He wants the noodles. Lordy, they ain't gonna go to waste. Huh? No. I said I might have to feed them to the dogs.
What?
Because it's too late for me, baby, to eat noodles.
Is it?
You okay? Well, do me a favor. Sit down at that table so I can watch you for a few minutes if you're dizzy. Please. I'll bring you coffee.
checking blood pressure.
Hold on, y'all. I got to make him some coffee.
That chicken was full.
Do what?
I think the one was full.
Did one get out?
He said that trucker lights is out. I got checking blood pressure right now.
Okay. We can put the window screens over their container, baby. Okay, y'all, I'm going to take my husband his coffee. Hey, Captain Farron, how are you, baby? Yeah, well, it's not, our rain's not bad right now, Farron. Yeah, I'll be right back.
132/77, that ain't bad.
No, you probably, it might be your sugar. You might need to eat a little bit of something sweet, baby.
I got a switch, man. You know where it looks like a shade
Okay, baby.
and wash. Yeah, there's one before.
Okay, y'all get to see me sit in my beautiful little chair right here. I'm going to sit down for a minute. Okay, now. Hey, Eric, how are you? Now, y'all, let me tell you another thing that I did, okay? And I didn't share this with anybody the other week when I went shopping. One got out.
I got him up.
The screens are behind the piano, baby. Y'all, my little baby chickens are trying to fly out their pen. Oh my goodness. Still in tree. How are you, dear? Okay, I'm gonna try to pull it back up. But I went to CVS, and at CVS, I'm gonna re-explain this because there's people in here that were not in here the day that I went over the CVS deal. But at CVS Pharmacy, you can get what they call a care pass, and you pay $50 for a whole year. And what that entitles you to is every month they give you $10 in what they call extra care bucks. And you can use that for anything in the store with the exception of milk. Well, like dairy products like milk, alcohol, or whatever, you know. You can't use it on stuff like that. And you get 20% off of anything CVS branded. Okay? And you can take that $10 and turn that $10 into a whole lot of stuff if you use the coupons that are on the app. And what you do is you can put the app on your computer, or they can send you an email and you'll get your coupons. Basically, you open up the email and it sends you a link, and then you go to cvs.com and it'll put all of those coupons in a list for you, and you just go through and you look and see, well, okay, this is on sale this week and it has an extra care buck and I've got a coupon. And y'all, by the time you know, use your coupon and you let's say you have a Irish Spring. I'm trying to think of examples of stuff I bought. I bought an Irish Spring and a soft soap. I had a $2 off Irish Spring and a $2 off soft soap. Those two products combined together were $13. Okay. Now 13 minus 4 is 9. So I paid 9, and I didn't pay 9 actually because I had the extra care pass. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So if you were paying cash, you don't want any more, baby?
That's it. Bye.
You're welcome, baby. If you were paying cash, you would basically pay the $9. Now, when I say 9, I'm talking about it was 9 with taxes and everything, because in my head, I always include the taxes. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is I'm including the taxes, Farron, and all that mess in. Okay? All right? So, my point is, you'll end up using your extra care bucks to pay for your items. You see what I'm saying? And y'all, I'm the queen of rounding up. You know, I would rather think I'm paying out more and pay out less, okay? Because I don't like to get up to the front and think I can get something and not be able to get it, okay? But what I'm saying is, that day I had $21 in extra care bucks on my account, because the month before I didn't spend my $10 and I had one more day to spend it, and they extended it out for me one day. So I ended up with 2 months of extra care bucks, and I had like $1 and change and some cents on there for, you get 2% cash back whenever you go in there and spend money anyway. If you have a CVS account with extra care account. So I had like those little 2% added up, was like $1 and some change. So I got, anyway, with $21 in extra care money, I got a thing of Irish Spring for my grandson, a thing of soft soap. I got 6 bags of popcorn for, to put in like my son's lunch, or to put as a snack for my husband's lunch or whatever during the week. And I got 2 things of laundry soap. I got 1 giant thing of Gain and 1 giant thing of Tide for my sister. And the day that I got it, I dropped it off to her. And I also got 2 giant bottles of Ajax dish soap, and what else did I get? Oh, 2 packages of Neutrogena facial wipes for my daughter and granddaughter, because they're into that bougie facial care stuff. So I got them that. And I got some little cleaner pads and some other stuff, because I needed to make sure that I could get my total where it needed to be on a couple of transactions. So I got things that I needed that was like $1 in the dollar aisle, like soap pads and other stuff, little scrubbies, because those things are useful. So I got some of that. And y'all, I spent 78 cents off of a little CVS gift card, because you can get a CVS gift card and pay $50 and load it up on there, and they'll give you $10 or $15 back in extra care bucks. And that happens a couple of times a year, and when it comes around, I do it, because I can get, you don't have to just get one card. You can break up like $10 on different cards. And I like to get them and give them as gifts to people too, to try to encourage them to at least go and try the Care Pass for a month. And I'll write them down a little deal and tell them what they can get and show them how, without them having to spend money, y'all. Now keep that in mind, because I'll give them the $10 because you can actually pay for your Care Pass monthly, and monthly it costs like $5. So I'll write them a little deal down where they can have their $5 for the Care Pass paid, then get them something, and then when you do that, they automatically give you the $10 that day. So right off the bat, y'all, they've got, to start off with, they could get $15 in product for what the taxes are on that $15 worth of stuff. And they get to try it. And if they don't like it, then they say, they call it the 800 number, or go into the store and say, I want to cancel it. Because it's not, it's not everybody's cup of tea trying to figure out how to get those deals together every month. But it is a nice way to gift somebody something that is useful if you really want to help them out, especially if you know they're financially struggling and they need things like deodorant, toothbrushes, um, um, paper towels, toilet paper, food. They do have food in CVS. And like I said, by the time you use your coupons and your Care Pass, you can get a couple of things free every month, and just pay the taxes. So yeah, you know what? I I mean, there's things about CVS that I have issues with sometimes. But overall, you guys, there is going to be something about every store that you go into, no matter where you go, that you're not going to like. Okay. And if you just say, well, I don't want to go because such and such, that's like cutting off your nose to spite your face, because there's one little tiny dot on your nose, one freckle, and you cut your whole nose off. That's crazy. You know, well, you know what, remote? I mean,
My sugar 105.
you're okay, baby. 105 is good.
My sinus is
Baby, it is probably all that head pressure you got from your sinuses. Because it's not your blood pressure, it's not your sugar. Okay?
yeah.
Just stay where I can keep an eye on you. Okay?
I'm not here on the other couch.
Okay, baby.
I'll try to go to sleep. Just make sure I get up early enough where I can shave
I will, baby.
and wash.
Yeah, you can download the CVS app. That's right. But anyway, y'all, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute. Um, but you got CVS, you got Walgreens, and you have other stores that you can download their apps. Now, I have the Dollar General app. Now, I don't know if any of you, and I know Farron probably knows, but in the South, we have stores called Food Line. And at Food Line, they accept competitors' coupons. Now, Dollar General has where you can get 5 off of 25 nationwide on Saturday. And sometime now, and you get that app, and it'll give you a digital, a digital version of the 5 off 25. But during the week, if you go in there shopping, they give you a paper coupon at the end of your receipt, and you can take that to Food Line, and they accept that competitor's coupon on Saturday. So, y'all, during the week, if I have a need to go to Food Line, um, I try to wait till Saturday if I've got a need to go, especially if I've got that 5 off of 25 from Dollar General. I will wait till Saturday until I've got to do my running around, and I will use that 5 off of 25, and I will get staple products like sugar, flour. Um, uh, Although I have my home ground cornmeal, my husband loves Jiffy corn muffin mix, and there's a couple dishes that I make with that Jiffy that he absolutely. Hey Sherry, how are you doing, baby? That he absolutely loves. Matter of fact, the other night I was talking to somebody, and them and their husband were talking about uh, getting a recipe and making the little cornbread that I was talking about, where you basically make cowboy candy cornbread. And y'all, that stuff is so good. And you can use Jiffy corn muffin mix. And to be honest with you, y'all, I like the Jiffy corn muffin mix better than my own um, ground cornmeal in that recipe for that particular recipe. I don't know why, but it does taste yummy, yummy. I am good, Sherry. Yeah, remote. I got a short term memory too sometimes, buddy. I feel you. But um, but y'all, with what I'm saying about the couponing is you can save money. You don't have to go doing that crazy extreme couponing and all that mess they had on TV, because that show was a joke. That was the oh, I did not like that show. I saw stores do stuff on there accepting all them coupons that they would never do for the average person. That was just done for TV. That's crazy. And there's people that I see that use coupons, and they turn around and they go and sell all that stuff that they get. And y'all, if you read on the back of the coupon, you know, the coupon state that it's for personal use. You're not supposed to be using your coupons to buy products to turn around and sell. Now, let's say, you're um having a yard sale or something, and you realize, oh, gee, this stuff, I got this stuff here, and well, some donation places, they won't take it. You don't know anybody who needs it, but you're having a yard sale. Now, morally, um, I wouldn't go trying to put together baskets and stuff and sell it to people to make money off of it. But at that point, if it's where you just got stuff that you're going through and you're getting rid of, um, I guess it would be okay to at that point sell it or whatever. But I'm just saying, morally, I'm not too into doing the whole baskets you put together and trying to sell it on like eBay and Facebook and all of those other sites. Um, I, I just I'm not going to keep on to try to earn a living couponing by selling stuff to other people. To me, that's crazy. No, I'll do it for my personal use and for my family and my neighborhood and my friends, and to be able to donate to the pantries and stuff, because Y'all, sometimes, I can get stuff that doesn't cost me anything but my gas and my time when I'm shopping anyway, and it ends up costing nothing. I just get it and I put it in a Goodwill or a drop off center or take it to the church or something. Especially if it's like toothbrushes or hygiene products, something like that that I know that they rarely get at the pantries. I'll get it and donate it. That's right, Farron. They do. They have the buy one get one freeze, and by the time you use the coupon, yeah, that's right. I do too. Thousand. Yep. Well, I don't buy thousands of groceries anymore, but no, you know what? And the thing is, Farron, they have those apps. Like I was using the Ibotta app because Ibotta's okay, but um they got where they've got a lot of stuff that you can get your money back for. That is products I never use, I don't buy. Um, yeah, I'll get a coupon for them, but it's not it's not something that I'm going to put in um like a donation box or something. Like some of these band-aids and stuff, they want like $9 and $10 for 60 band-aids, but I can go into Dollar General and go to the dollar aisle and get 30 to 50 band-aids for $1. It's like I don't see the I'm just not going to go through all that, and when I can spend $2 cut and try and get it, because them band-aids right there work just as good as the ones they're charging $10 for. I don't see giving a company that kind of money for a product like that. It to me just blows my mind. So that corporate greed, there's a point where I just draw the line on stuff like that. I'm not going to do it. Hey Scotty, how are you doing, buddy? But y'all see what I'm saying? It's like you can use those apps for good, and then some people are going to use those apps for, in my opinion, not the greatest moral. You know, I'm just saying, just be. You can use them, but just use them wisely. Um, that's all I'm saying. You know, they've got the Coupons 24 app. They've got Ibotta. They've got Fetch, but I don't really get into the. I just took the Fetch off of my phone. I said nope. Yeah. Well, remote. You know what? I didn't for the longest time use a cell phone. Kenneth made me get a cell phone. He was like, "You're getting," because I threw mine out the window over a bridge. I threw mine over a bridge a long time ago. I was like, "Oh, I threw it out the window." So, just saying. Well, yeah, I don't know. You don't want to deal with the paper. Well, unfortunately, I have to deal with paper because I have a lot of receipts and stuff I have to save. You know, so Captain Farron, do y'all have an Aldi where you live at? And at Food Line, they do have the Chica brand bread. It's in an orange and clear bag, orange colored and clear bag, and it's on the bottom shelf, and it's $1.29. And Aldi has bread in there all day long for $1.29. And it's actually better than the mess they sell in Walmart. Just saying. So go to Aldi. In my opinion, Aldi has better bread. Okay, y'all. In my opinion, I'm just saying. That's my opinion. They have really, you know what? Cherry, they have sourdough bread there too now. It's the round, like artisan bread. They've got that in there. Now, my husband and my son like sourdough. Um, I'm not a sourdough. Yeah, I'm not a sourdough girl. No, y'all. You go all the way to Greenville for Aldi? Dag. Well, yeah, I suppose if you're already having to go there anyway, you may as well. Um, Farron, I would just, if you got to drive a good distance, I would get me a couple loaves, and if you got a freezer, put a couple loaves in your freezer and get them all at once, buddy. Jen, how are the prices at the Aldi where you live at, baby? Are they good? Well, Scotty, that's why whenever I go in Aldi, I actually use my phone technology for good. I look up recalls anytime I'm getting stuff like that. Like if I'm forced to buy a meat product or stuff like that, I look up and see if there's recalls on it while I'm right there in the store. Yeah, I don't typically do. Y'all know I'm a farm girl, so I like my farm meat. But typically, I do get certain sausages and things. But yeah, Meyer. Okay, see, I don't have a Meyer here. Jen, that's good that you get. And the saying, Jen, what Jen just said, going to local markets to get your meat and stuff, that is the preferred way. But when you're somebody who you want a brat or you want something like that, does your local meat market make brats? Mine doesn't. Now I can go to um, where I get my pigs and my cow butchered, and I can get them to roll it out, but they don't do the casings for it. Like they don't use the pig intestines and stuff as casings to put the sausages in. They don't do that. They just will roll it out in a roll and just loop it in a thing. So I'm just saying. Well, so supposedly Costco has the best rated meats. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said supposedly. That's right. Yeah, farm meat built. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's try to not use certain people's names remote because I'm trying really hard to not get taken down. Just saying. Okay, you have a town butcher is almost a necessity. You buy frozen meat from just down the street. Okay, yeah. local, y'all, local is, if you can go local to get your meat, that's a good thing. But like I said, sometimes like you want a kibasa or something like that. Your local butchers a lot of times don't have those things, or they don't have the time to smoke them. So um, that right there is where I'm stuck with sometimes. If I want a kibasa or something like that, I'm going to um, get it from a regular grocery store and hope it's okay. You know what, Farron? Corn, yeah, $7 for the good quality corned beef. I said, what in the world? These people's done went crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. You know what, Farron? You can get after well, I couldn't find any this year, but normally after that holiday, where they had the little green, leprechauns running around, you can usually find. Y'all see there now. There you go. There's Indy's link for her next live. So if you ain't subbed to her, go on and sub to her because she's got the goodies on her show. Yeah, Sherry does. But what I do is I get a couple of the corned beef and I'll put them in the freezer. Well, I'll cut them up first. I don't leave them in that big pack. I cut them up in little sections and I'll put some in the freezer and then I'll go on and cook one and then I'll can it. I'll shred it or go on and make it like corned beef hash and put it up in the can. There's 2 cans left in the spare bedroom. So that's what I do. Okay, y'all, and I'm going to remind anybody that's here, if you aren't subbed or whatever, if you haven't left a like, please leave me a like and sub, especially if you like homesteading stuff or if you like cooking and things like that. And I would love to have you. My husband would love to have you. But yeah, Aaron, yeah, try that because that's the only way I can afford to. I can't do no $7 a can, man. I mean, my son will scarf down a whole can himself. I mean, $7, yeah, that's too. No, I can't do that. Y'all, I've been sitting here running my mouth. Yeah, because like Remote just said, he had to resub to Indy a couple weeks ago. I had to go through and resub to some people, and I'm like, man, I know I did not unsub from nobody, you know. So what I did was I looked in my settings because someone told me a little tip. They said if you go in your settings and you make it where everybody can see who you're sub to, like when you sub to them, it's going to show up. They're going to get a notification saying that, like me, it's going to tell them that I sub to them. Okay. So anybody that you were sub to, like if you're private, it don't tell them who sub to them. They said you go through your list and look and see who you're missing out of your, because I write down every time I sub to somebody, I write it down on a little sheet, in a log. I have a log. That way I can keep an eye to see, because I've had channels drop off, and I was given an explanation that if you don't frequent that channel, sometimes it will fall off after so many days. I don't know if that is true. I can't tell you that's true. I don't know. But I was given a couple reasons why it might happen. Yeah, I don't know. But what I did was I made it where everybody could see that I subbed to them. All right. And I tried to do it where used to on my channel at the very bottom, if you scroll down, it would show everybody that I have been that I'm sub to. And I looked on it now and it don't have that on there. But my channel is completely public and all my subscriptions are public. That's what is in my settings. So I made sure that that was on there. Because when I sub to somebody, I want them to know that I'm sub to them, and but anyway, when I went through my list, there was quite a few channels that had dropped off, and a lot of them were channels that I don't frequent very often, like some cooking channels and some other stuff. It's like I like looking at their recipes and stuff, but it's not an everyday. I can't go through and like every single person I'm sub to watch every bit of their content, because I have to clean my house and do this and do that. So I've got my favorites that I watch, and I've got my ones that I watch specifically for certain things. And that's not to offend anybody. That's just the truth. I mean, and I think that's pretty much the case for everybody. Just saying. $5 for $5. Yeah, if you're somebody who likes Campbell's soup, that's a good thing. But Farron, I'm just not a can of. I'm not a fan. I said I'm not a can. Oh, my brain. Yeah, I'm not a fan of store-bought canned anything, especially not soup. And I make soup, so I mean, y'all seen me how I'll just throw anything and make a soup or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of sodium in all the canned foods in the store. Yeah, I don't even trust the one that say no sodium or low sodium. I don't trust it. Yeah. And two, I have to really be careful with my husband because, his heart issues. So even if I did want to buy Campbell's, no. It's not worth it for the health issues it would cause because of the sodium. Even the low sodium is still too much sodium for him. You know. So yeah, look at your labels. Oh no, I have not. No, I have not made Charlotte into soup yet, Scotty. But I will though. I promise you, I will. That or either some fried chicken. Yes. Charlotte will become soup, chicken and pastry, fried chicken, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Celtic salt is good, remote, and that pink Himalayan salt. Captain Farron, you did sweet potatoes and sweet corn. Oh yeah, yum yum yum. Yeah, Charlotte ain't running away from me, Scotty. When I get my hands on one that I'm ready to eat, they ain't going nowhere. Just saying. Y'all, I'm just saying, y'all. But there, yeah, yeah. But all my animals are well fed and well taken care of, and they are happy. And no, I don't, I don't traumatize them or nothing. They don't never see it coming. I'm just saying. Scotty, don't try to make me feel bad, man. Oh man. Okay. Is there any moderators in here that's active? Any moderators in here? Thank you, Echo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Indy. Y'all, thank you. Man, I tell you what. Yeah, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just like, where'd it go, baby? Where'd it go? Yeah. Yo, I ain't good at that moderating stuff. I tell people, yeah, don't even bother with trying to give me a wrench because I'll be up doing stuff and I'll have them on Roku, listen to them on Roku and leave them on my phone. They'll be getting 2 views from me because I have them on my phone. So if I need to say something in chat, I can. And I'll put them in my apron pocket. Then I'll have them on the Roku, either in here or outside, and listening to them. But I can't, y'all. Can you see me trying to moderate from this little stinking phone? I can't even hardly see because I'm half blind. So I'm up there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Yeah, but y'all know what I'm saying? I mean, I be trying to give the people I watch like 2 views, not just one, but two. I'll put them on the phone, put them on, well, for the most part, y'all. Now, there's some that I'll be trying to watch one, because, okay, like Mondays, I like Bonnie's and Indy's. So I have one of them on the cell phone and one of them on the Roku. Or the other day, I put one on in the bedroom and one, and one on in the dining room. Or I'm in the kitchen right here. You know what? I don't know what it is. I mean, I do it. I've got it on my You know what? If you're on a cell phone, you have to. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. Can somebody describe that to Farron? Double tap your screen if you're on a cell phone. Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't know how to do all that stuff with the. Andy's got some. Me and Andy's got to teach me a few things on that mess because I don't know how to do all that frilly stuff with how to do all the wrenches and all that hoo-yah yet. I about drove myself crazy trying to. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess there may be different ways you got to do it. But I got to get Annie to do some schooling on me. She got to school me, educate me on, educate, however you want to say it. She got to teach me some stuff about the YouTube world. Because Debbie ain't, you know, all that great with technology. I'm just saying. I'm learning, y'all. And I am trying, y'all. I did try today. I was trying to make it where I could put the picture of this stuff on my, um, on my, to do a thumbnail. And my pictures today did not want to crop right for some reason. So I don't know. I don't, yeah. Andy, thank you. There's a lot of stuff I haven't figured out. But like I said, I'm trying. So, oh, Cherry, you're the tablet user. Oh, because I seen in my analytics that I had a tablet user. So you must be the tablet user. Yeah, because it tells you how many are tablet users, how many are on like Roku or different TVs, how many are on cell phones. Yeah, it tells you that in your analytics. Yeah, it looks different on all my devices. So yeah, that's true. Let's see here. All right. You know what, Cheryl, and I see that's what I'm saying is now I do the when I have to do the thing on Roku. Now used to I didn't know um well I didn't really have a way to like anything back whenever I was just doing the Roku TV because like I said I didn't have a cell phone. You know, I got a cell phone when my husband said you're going to get a cell phone because he was working out of town and didn't want me going places, and him and my son just kept on at me. And I'm using an old phone we got him to use at work, you know, just a little old El Cheapy. So, because he was a nuclear electrician, so we got him a little, like a cheapy one. So that way, if he dropped it or something, it wouldn't be a big expense. And then we upgraded his phone, so we had this one sitting around. So we just okay, y'all. Yep, that's not nice people. You know what? Okra Coke, I bet you no, I don't have a tablet. No. No, I don't have a tablet at all. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, my brain, when I see stuff sometimes, Indy, it's like it stops my brain momentarily and I lose my train of thought. Y'all, I could never be an actress or nothing like that, you know? Like these people say, oh, well, you need to do this and that for YouTube. And I'm like, no, because I'm not good at acting. I can't. Y'all gonna know probably if something's wrong. Y'all probably gonna be able to, because no matter how hard I try to just, you know, some of us, we can have our heart on our sleeve sometimes. Exactly. There you go. You know what, Farron? I got a little message from somebody at Onslow Beach. Yeah. Yeah, they said it was looking ugh. So I've been doing a lot of praying. I'll just say that about everything on the coast going up and down. But what I was now getting back to what I was saying about the phones and stuff and the um TVs and stuff. Used to, I didn't have a way to leave a like, and I would feel so bad because channels were that I really liked and I like going to would say, "Oh, come on, what gives? We've got such and such viewers and this many likes," and I didn't have a way to like because you can't do that on Roku. So, oh, okay. Well, I've got a computer, so but yeah. So when I got the cell phone, I realized, oh, cool. So I can um I figured out I would pull them up on Roku, and then I'd go to my cell phone and I started subbing to everybody, you know, that I couldn't sub to. So I'd go in and I started subbing. And because on the TV, I put them in a watch list. Since I couldn't sub to them, I had them in a watch list. And I just kept an eye on everything. And then when I got my cell phone, I went and subbed to everybody. And I put the notifications in there so I would hopefully not miss anything. So I put them on the Roku if I was busy doing something, and then I'd go and like, you know, and then back then I would just back out of it whenever my husband was working, because if he called, I didn't want it to be interrupted. So I would just back out of YouTube and just stick it in my pocket because I would have the Roku outside or wherever I was working for background noise. And I like listening to a lot of like the homesteading videos or gospel music or a sermon. Because my favorite pastor online is Charles Lawson. Charles Lawson. Um, his channel Zion 4131. Um, that's y'all. That man can throw down. He's a good preacher. Yeah, Alfred's Kingdom. I hope everything was okay on your end. Um, but y'all see what I'm saying? So back then, that's what I did. Now that my husband is at home all the time, see now I can use my phone to dual duty for all my channels I really really love. Yeah, unfortunately I can't. Yeah, I can't use my phone for everything because this thing's y'all inky dinky. Y'all see how little it is. I'm just saying, yeah. Y'all see that little fly buzzing around here? They made their way inside. I'm going to get my swatter, and it's going to go to heaven before the end of the night. Just say, it's going to go to be with the Lord. Fly, get on. Ugh, y'all know I can't stand a fly. Okay, baby, let her know I'm still live, okay? So, I'm not, yeah. Hey, Easy Intel, how are you? Captain Farron, you be good. I'm going to keep praying for you too, babe. And everybody your way. Yeah, Cherry, it is. Man, I'll be cooking in here and doing stuff. The other day I had all of my, I was cutting up, now this is funny. I was cutting up bananas for my pets. I mean, well, I say pets. They're my pets because I don't plan on eating them for my bunnies. And I said, well, I'm going to give them all, some bananas and apples and some other stuff. So I was sitting up there cutting it all up. And there was this one fly. He kept coming up. And I said, well, I'm glad it's not, food I'm going to be eating, because I was trying to, get them off. And every time I turned around, that thing was landing on one. And it drove me bonkers, y'all. I got my fly swatter, went over there and was trying to, I'd hit it, and it was like right before the swatter went down, he moved. And it took me about 3 times, and I finally got it. But that was after I was done cutting up everything. And a lot of people say, well, it was just, food for your pets. Well, that's not even the point. It's the point of every time you go to cook something, it's like one long fly wants to come in here and get on your mesh cooking, You be careful, Farron. Easy Intel, it is good to see you, buddy. And anybody who's here that hadn't left a like, or if you aren't subbed, and if you like homesteading stuff, cooking videos or anything like that, we would love to have you, okay? You've been chasing one fly for days. Yeah, that would drive me bonkers. I couldn't do that. Could not do that. But yeah, I don't, flies, gnats, anything like that. Creepy crawlies and mice. Y'all. I had a mouse get in my house last year. Oh, I can't stand. Well, I mean, I'm living out in the country, y'all, so you got to fight to keep creepy critters from coming in your house. I don't care. I mean, like I said the other day, you can keep your house spotless, and they'll still try to come in, but don't leave them stuff for them to, get into. That's why y'all see the minute dirty dishes, y'all see me cleaning them. That's why I grew up where around here it's so muggy and hot and just, yeah. Easy said that you sub 5. 5 times. What? How in the world? How do you sub 5 times? Does it keep dropping you or dropping me from your list, baby? Or are you just being silly easy? Are you being silly? PJ, you know what? All of that mess creeps me out. I don't want to be touching no snake. Sorry. No, I ain't sorry. I don't want to touch no snake. I don't want to touch no spider, no bugs, no mice, no. I don't, no, no. I know God made them for a reason, but He wasn't for me to pet none of them or like none of them. Oh, you just pulling legs? Oh, okay. You just yanking my chain. All right. Now, see, you was picking on me and I didn't catch that. I thought you literally. I thought you literally meant you. See, that one went right over my head easy. See there? Andy, you know what? I will pray for him that none of them little snakes and spiders ever turn on him. Because that would be ugly. Now, some people, they're good at handling that stuff, you know? I'm just saying, me, no. Yeah, Andy, you know what? That they said the Pacific Northwest doesn't have um a lot of, they don't have like the poisonous snakes and stuff like that. It's like, man, do we got all the but y'all got like bear, big giant grizzly bear and everything else up there. So it's kind of like we got bears here, but our bears are nowhere near as, now they're dangerous. They're dangerous. But y'all's bears, that puts a whole nother. Oh, mm. And them big old moose and stuff they got up there with them big old racks. Y'all seen them big old things up north? The big racks. Our deer here are it's like a dog compared to their deer up there. Them things is huge. Y'all, I'm talking about big. You see what Echo says? I don't care to touch snakes. I will if I have to. I usually just use a shovel. I won't get into the details. That's, there you go, Echo. You and me's on the same page. There you go. Yeah, Tomahawk Queen, Snake Slayer, uh, Echo Dragonfly. Cherry, there is. Yep, there was a lot of it up in Michigan when I was Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Washington. I've been to all those upper states. And all y'all got a lot of wildlife up there that's way bigger. And they got a lot more heavy foliage up there to eat and stuff too. And y'all got a lot of wild berries and nuts that grow later that a lot of the bugs don't get to too. Because they come off later. So they got plenty to eat. Yeah. Well, we got brown and black looking bear here. But I mean, they don't get as big as y'all's because there's not, we got good vegetation here, but it's a different kind, so they don't get as big. You know what I mean? They're just not as big. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna do a video or a live, I'm not sure yet, of I went to Dollar General when they had their clearance event last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yeah, last weekend. And me and Kenneth found a couple of things that was a really good deal. Um, we basically ended up getting a lot of stuff for like 75 to 90% off. And those things I can give a lot of it as Christmas gifts. Some of it will be used for our garden in the spring and things like that. So I'll do a video showing y'all some of that stuff. And for now on, I think what I'm going to do is when I know there's a clearance event coming up at Dollar General. Hey, Tori. Hey, baby. How are you? Hey, Detail. How are you, baby? Thank y'all for coming. Y'all, this, if y'all seeing, look in the chat. Miss Tori Crow and Detail Grandma. Um, they have a really good channel. So if you're not subscribed to them, y'all go subscribe because they they have really good stuff. Detail's got a lot of course, detailing videos. Now she's went back to trucking, so she's no longer doing detailing, but she's got all of that content from detailing all those vehicles. And I'm gonna tell you what, I learned a lot from watching her stuff. Y'all, I learned that I was using my steam cleaner all wrong. Just saying. So if you need to know some detailing techniques for your vehicles to save you some cha-ching ching, go watch her stuff. And they, do their lives together on the weekends and stuff. And I like going, especially Tori works at a hotel at night. And, when I can't sleep and stuff, especially, I go hang out with them on the weekends and we have a good old time. So, just saying, y'all, that's a good channel. There you go. Thank you for putting up her link, y'all, for their link because it's Detail Grandma and Tori. Tori's the daughter. And they'll be live tonight. Okay? So, y'all are going live tonight, aren't you? Tori and Grandma. Y'all still here? Tori, Grandma. I don't know. I don't see them. Chat stopped and everything. Oh, you're watching me. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You're live. Okay. Details live when you got me on her live. Girl, really? Y'all's great, great. Captain Farron, are you y'all? Y'all, are you serious? Y'all, I love you. Y'all were so sweet. I hope y'all getting a good laugh at me. Being cray cray. Cheryl, they are some. I'm telling you what, I love going over there and hanging out with them. And Detail's got a new channel. It's called Grandma's America. that's another channel. She's got that on the side. She don't have a lot of content on it yet, but she'll probably start putting more on it once she gets all her stuff on the ball with her trucking, because she's just got back into trucking. So it'll be it'll take her a while to get up to have time to get her content up and stuff. But y'all, I'm almost at 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is go on and shut the channel down. And then I'm going to hop over to Detail Grandma's channel. And y'all, I would suggest, if you're not tired or whatever and you want to go show somebody some support, jump over there and get in her chat and hang out with her and Tori for a while, okay? Because they're trying to get Tori situated where she can do her lives and stuff at night on the weekends when Grandma's got to be snoozing because she's doing trucking. So, okay, Indy, thank you so much for hanging out with me, baby. And for all the moderators, thank you for taking care of everything tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. And I will probably not be going live tomorrow because of church and everything, but I think I'll do a video of my cooking and stuff. Jen, you be careful, and I'll be praying about your situation there, all right? And there's Echo just dropped Grandma's America's channel, y'all. So go sub to her. All right. That's good. She, like I said, she just got started on it, and she doesn't have like loads of content, but it'll get up there. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Be safe. Remember, always be kind. Just pray for people, and y'all pray for them, okay? If they being ugly, just pray for them. You ain't got to stoop to their level. Just be like, not want to pray for them, because you just can't do stuff with some. You can't talk sense into some people. They just gonna be the way they are, and it ain't. Lord help them. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, I'm going to shut down. Y'all have a blessed night. Indy, I'll be over at your channel when you have your live, baby. Echo, y'all have a good night. Jen, remember, and if you need me, Jen, you call me, okay? You got my number, baby. I love you. I love all of you. Y'all have a blessed night, and take it easy, baby. Mwah.